Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. My name is Kelly Armour. I'm the co-chair of the Sunday Services Committee, and I've coordinated the service this morning. I'm very happy to have a dear friend of mine and as our guest this morning, Gyan Ghising. So I just wanted to remind everybody that this service is being recorded and we will post it to YouTube. For the most part, people's individual screens really aren't showing for the vast majority of the service. And when they do, they're pretty small. But if you don't want your face to be shown on the YouTube video, then just turn off your camera. So if you have a chalice, if you have a candle or a bell, why don't you'll need them, get them. So it has been our tradition on Zoom, since we don't have the bells to ring, since we're not meeting in the church building itself. It is all of our individual bells that mark the beginning of the service. And this is also the one time where we ask everybody to unmute. So we have this wonderful creative chaos of all the different bells. So with the sound of bells, we welcome stranger and friend to a time of mindfulness. Unmute yourself and ring your bell.
Kelly, I was waiting for you to tell me to sing. Should I just sing?
Yes, sorry. Yes,
please,
okay. Please start.
That's okay. Thanks. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you.
Thank you, Christine. That was lovely. For our opening words, come from a guru, His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche, which is a prayer to the great Gurun Rinpoche. And this is an image of prayer wheels, Buddhist prayer wheels. So, Gyan, do you want to read those? Can you unmute yourself and do the opening words? Did we, Mr. Gyan? We've lost him.
Yes, we appear to have lost him.
Oh, well, hopefully, here he is. He had a technical problem. right. Gyan, are you with us? Well, while he is getting online, is he in the room?
He was for a minute.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm in the room.
he might be having some technical issues.
He said he's in the room.
Okay. All right, Gyan, why don't I introduce you, Gyan? I met Gyan, there you are, I see you now. Welcome, welcome, welcome this morning.
Thank you very much.
So can you orient your camera? You're now on your side. Orient your camera so we can see you up and down. So I met Mr. Ghising many years ago when he participated in a program I was running through the Erie Art Museum, which trained traditional artists to use their traditional songs in early childhood classrooms. And but when it was clear to me that Gyan was already a teacher, he has had a professional experience of being a teacher and an administrator in schools in Nepal. And he was born in Bhutan and fled Bhutan with his family and other Nepali speaking people into Nepal as a boy. He came of age in refugee camps in Nepal and then came to Erie. So Gyan, you're still oriented horizontally or vertically. You're coming in sideways.
I don't know.
There you go. That's it. Now you're right upright.
Okay, thank you.
So Mr. Ghising is also, he's an amazing singer, a dancer. He's a keeper of the folk traditions of the Tamang people, which is an ethnic group that is part of the multi-ethnic, multi-layered Nepali society. And he is also a screenwriter. And he is also an entrepreneur and a business owner. Pretty much, there is nothing that Gyan can't seem to do with ease and with charm. He's also a religious leader and is one of the founding directors of the Tamang Cultural Center, which is fairly new, isn't it, Gyan? It was opened just about a year ago in Lawrence Park.
Yeah, it's been 2 years now.
2 years now, all right. And he is a practicing Buddhist and is a leader within the Tamang Buddhist community. I've had Gyan, when I was at the Erie Art Museum, he would help out with tours, talking about his cultural heritage, but also using the Thangkas that were on display to talk about Buddhism and to talk about his faith. And he always had, the students were always absolutely captivated with his explanations and his way of making his faith real for those kids and youth and adults. So I am so happy to have him here this morning to talk to everyone. So for our opening words, Gyan, do you want to read them or shall I?
Please, Ms. Kelly.
Okay. So this is a prayer to the Guru Rinpoche. Guru Rinpoche, you are the embodiment of the supreme compassion of all the Buddhas, our unfailing protector forever. Quickly turn your loving attention to your praying children. Please bestow your blessings, empowerments, and accomplishments right now. Although we know your qualities, kindness, and enlightened activities towards us surpass the other Buddhas, we don't remember you during comfortable times. Even when we pray, it becomes merely lip service. Now we're tormented by the approaching power of the 5 degenerations, and unwanted suffering comes like lightning strikes. protector, we remember you from the depths of our hearts. Please turn your loving attention to our crying calls and longing plea. When pollution, negative spirits, disease, and epidemics plague us, O Padmakara, please uproot all sickness and negative forces. When the prosperity of the environment and beings declines, bringing poverty and suffering, O Padmakara, please reveal a treasure of abundant food and riches. When the time comes to benefit all beings with Dharma, wealth, and sacred Samaya objects, O Padmakara, please hand over a parent's treasure to your heirs. So now, Gyan, I'm going to pass it over to you to play your bansuri for us.
Sure. Thank you, Miss Kelly, for beginning our holy talks. Very precious talk today. This moment, we're talking about our guru, the teacher, who began the teaching of Buddhas. When Buddha died, after Buddha died, what he taught us, what he wrote for all senses being in the world, was all collected by Guru Rinpoche. You can see in my background, he is the guru, the teacher. So I'm going to play a little bit the bamboo flute to remember and to make ourselves peaceful to begin our Rinpoche's teaching. So please accept my little piece of bansuri, the bamboo flute, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was so beautiful and so centering. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will explain you later on what I played for you guys.
Yes.
Yes. I'll definitely.
All right. So Liz will lead our chalice lighting. So if you have a candle or chalice, you can light it along with us. Liz?
Sure.
Liz Yant, can you unmute yourself and lead the child's lighting?
Okay.
Yeah.
Try again.
There.
Okay. Our reading today is from Deborah Burrell, A Flame to Light Our Path. Fire consumes and casts a bright light. May our chalice flame consume our regret for the past, our fears about the future, and our worries about today. May it light for us a path of joy and peace.
Thank you. And I'll let you lead the Universal Covenant and followed by our Bond of Union.
So we begin with what we call the Children's Bond of Union sometimes, but it's not just for children, it's for all of us, young at heart as we are. And it comes with accompanying hand motions. We are Unitarian Universalist, a people of open minds, loving hearts, welcoming hands. We care for the earth and for each other. In our 1898 Bond of Union, we unite ourselves together for the study and practice of morality and religion, as interpreted by the growing thought and noblest lives of humanity, believing that we may thereby prove helpful one to another and promote the cause of truth, righteousness, and love in the world.
Thank you, Liz. That was lovely. So Gyan had offered to lead a chant for us. And this is a very common, very beautiful chant that is, here it is in the script. And it's pronounced Om Mani Padme Hum. So Gyan, can you lead the chant? We're going to mute ourselves, so you won't be able to hear us, but we're all encouraged to chant along with you, Gyan.
Sure. Thank you, Ms. Kelly. We have 6 words the Buddha taught us before he left this beautiful world. Om Mani Padme Hum. Again, Om Mani Padme Hum. 6 beautiful words of chant he left for us. These 6 beautiful words are the symbol of the 6 holy places where our soul, after our nirvana or after our death, where we go. Lord Buddha, after his meditations, enlightenment, he has acquired these 6 holy places for the departed soul, the nirvana. Om, the meaning of Om means the heaven, the sky. Ma, the world of the human being where we are. Ni, the world of living things other than the human being, like animals world. But the world of the horrors, horror means the dead spirit, the world of the dead spirit. I mean, me, and the pet is the world of the dead spirit, where is the world of the dead spirit. Pet are also called the world of the able spirit, whom the world of the hell, where the sinful people go to hell. So the Lord Buddha want all the spirit, whoever is falling into any world of those six kind, to be lifted up to the heaven. He does not want them to be in the world of actually in the hell, in the world of evil, in the world of the horror. So this prayer is for all that six heavenly place denoted by Lord Buddha. He wants all that sentient being, the 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 spirit after the death, wherever in those six worlds fallen, has to become lifted to the heavenly world, towards the God or to peace. So he cares about hell, he cares about our earth, he cares about the heaven. So the six words are Om, Mani, Padme Hum. I will going to recite in the musical way, though how it goes. It goes like this. When we chant, it sounds like this. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme. So, for example, I have a beat which has 108 total. This is the number of beats, 108. In the Tibetan Buddhism, in Hindu, we have 108 beats. To count how many times we have completed our chanting, there are 100,000s of chanting they do for the well-being of all the sentient beings in the world, in all that six different holy places in the universe. In Buddhist teaching, all that sentient beings after their nirvana who are fallen into that world, whether they're in the hell or in the world of horror, in the world of human, or in the world of heaven, they should not suffer from any pain after their nirvana, after their death. So we pray this mantra, the chant, to wish all that sentient being, the spirit, to lift up from the suffering, from the pain. So more we chant, more we count. Every 6 chant, we count 1 beat. If you complete 6 chant, Om Mani Padme, 1 beat, another Om Mani Padme, another beat. And we repeat all this, and then we count every day how many times we did our mantra, the chant. So this is just to remember the counting of our chant. This beat, especially for Hindu, for anybody, this is just to remember how much we can count. To remember, there are 108 beats. We call this mala.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank
Sure.
you. That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now is time for our offering. For anybody who wishes to donate, you can make a check payable to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Erie, and you can also donate online. So all this information's on the screen. And we have James to play his cello for our offertory. Thank you, James. That was beautiful. So when I was thinking about the service and thinking about Gyan's ability to translate his faith to using images, I thought that it would be good to show a Thangka, and he could talk a bit about the Thangka as a way to talk about his Buddhist faith. So here we go. And when I asked him about it, he suggested a Thangka of Gurun Rinpoche. So Gyan, do you want to talk a little bit about who Guru Rinpoche was? Or
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Miss Kelly.
mhm.
Let me start from the chant. Om Bhajaguru Kama Siddhi. Guru Rinpoche was born in 400 BC. He lived his life 1,000 years in this universe. None of the human being can live 1,000 years, but Guru Rinpoche, he lived 1,000 years in this universe, in this earth. He was born in Pakistan, but nobody knows who his parent was. He was found by the king of Pakistan. He was floating on lotus flower. He was 8 years old boy when the king found him floating on the water above the lotus flower. And the king had no child, no children. He was so happy to accept him as his child. And the king took him to his throne, the palace, and then raised. But Guru Rinpoche was very different. He was enlightened, he was extraordinary, very powerful, and also we call he is the reincarnation of Buddha. He born in 400 BC, before Christ. So by his divine knowledge, embodiment, he was different than any human being. So when he became youth, he left Pakistan and went to Tibet to flourish the teaching of Buddha. So he lived there so many years by collecting the wisdom, the teaching of Buddha, and he started writing all the teaching of the Buddha into the rock, in the stone. And he is the one who flourished the teaching of Buddha, the, the Lord who taught us about the balance of mind, the meditations, the science of our mind, and the ways of life. In many ways, and flourish all over the world. So he is our great, powerful guru, the teacher who translated the teaching of Buddha actually where we can read now. He translated that into Tibetan language. He went to Tibet, even though he was Pakistani, he went to Tibet and learned the Tibetan language very quickly and translate all the Buddha's teaching in Tibet, and he flourished all over the world. Now, there are Tibetan Buddhas, Korean Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism, Vietnamese Buddhism. There are so many Buddhism, but even though the teaching is same, but in different language. So he was the one who flourished the teaching of Buddha from Tibet, and he was found by the king floating on the lotus flower, and we don't know who is his parent, how he born, how he came to the existence into the lotus flower. So he's a great guru, very powerful miracle guru. So this is all I can.
Yeah,
for
this
now.
is, so I know people are probably curious. So here you can see Guru Rinpoche, and he's sitting on, this is indeed a flower, a lotus flower. And that he is, well, let's start it, maybe we can start at the bottom and work our way up. These things that are along the bottom, lined up.
Sure.
What are these? To people who are not familiar with
Okay.
with Thangkas or Buddhism.
Right. The underneath of the lotus flower of the Guru Rinpoche, anything we can see are the imagination of the painter. They can imagine what would be the great decoration around the great guru. It can be anything. Those are all decoration. Those are all offers.
Aha.
Maybe flower, maybe fruits, maybe precious gems, anything. Those are
So
it
yeah, so really, so a thangka is a way to focus your prayer, correct? It is a painting that usually is kept scrolled up until you're ready to use it. Is that true?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and for many people, for many Buddhists who use thangkas, they keep the thangka scrolled up until it's ready for them to pray. Because basically, when it's unfolded, you've created a sacred space, and you don't want to have this sacred space in your house all the time as you live your life. You need to keep it a little special, a little holy. So you unroll the thangka.
Right.
And then you put offerings in front of it, correct? So you can put water, you can put some food. Basically, it's to invite the spirit, the Holy Spirit, as your guest into your home. But it's also to invite you as the devotee, to invite you to feel safe in this sacred space as well, right?
Absolutely.
So the offering kind of goes two ways. So I think it looks like we have prayer scrolls. It looks like we have some food, maybe some instruments.
Yeah.
And you had even said some of these might even be weapons for protection, right?
Yes. Yes. True.
So so here Guru Rinpoche is sitting on the lotus flower, and he is holding these things in his hands. So let's see. So we've got he's got these he's holding this in this hand over on the side. This is is this a form of protection here?
Yes, it's a Bajra. Bajra is the form of peace, as well as you can use the opposite of peace is violation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that is a weapon, but that means peace right now,
Mm-hmm.
he can transform that as necessary into violence. If he wanted to use protect to save the life from the evil spirit, he can use that as a weapon as well. But now it's a symbol of peace. Vajra.
Mm-hmm.
He's holding that Vajra. It is a symbol of peace.
Mm-hmm.
He can use that symbol of peace of Vajra as a weapon if necessary.
And the way that his hands are, where he's putting his thumb and his index finger together, and the other fingers are around, that is that means a peace or an offering of teaching.
That is a peace. That's a meditation actually.
Uh-huh.
Is a posture
Mm-hmm.
of the hand.
Right, a mudra, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
All right. And then in the other hand, he is, to me, it looks like you said he's holding a fabulous gem. It looks like it's a shell, but you say it's a fabulous gem right here.
yes,
A diamond,
that
like a
is
diamond.
right. When you get, it can be anything, Miss Kelly. Not
Mm-hmm.
not only the fabulous gem, not only diamond, not only gold, anything which is delicious, which is special, which is precious, which is expensive. He wanted to offer that to Buddha, to the enlightened one. Any special thing he can hold. That is to offer, firstly, to the enlightened one. So he anything he get. Right now we can see the precious gem, diamond, maybe the gold, maybe the food, maybe fruits, anything you feel is special, always from your heart, you're offering to your leader, to your enlightened Guru. Guru Rinpoche has also have a Guru, the Buddha. You respect him by offering this special food or jam or the fruits or gold, anything I have is for you. Firstly, you are the one to be the one who wanted to.
Mhm.
And then after, I am the one. Any special thing in Buddhism, in Buddhist practice, we offer special, the delicious thing, the special thing, the precious things to our Guru, first of all, from our hand. And that is the reason. And other reason is just he's just holding the special thing to offer to his Guru. So that's all we can understand from his left hand. He has hold it. He's holding the precious gem.
Mhm. So basically, it's a reminder to us when we look at this, like he is holding whatever is most precious to you, whatever you value the most, you're ready to offer it up.
Exactly.
Yes, to offer it up.
Exactly. That's
And,
why,
yeah.
yeah, you have visited so many Buddhist festivals in Erie. You have seen our lamas, our people offering fruits in the shrine. So
Mhm.
those are just like that. Just anything you feel is special, expensive, you wanted to think about your leader, about your um, the senior. It's a symbol. It's very symbolic
Mhm.
that it's not just your guru, not just the God. Any special thing in Buddhist religion, we think about our senior, our parents, the senior people, our guru, our teacher. Oh, what if I offer this to my teacher? She would be so happy. What if I could offer this to my parent, to my father, to my grandparent? He would be so happy. This is very symbolic. It's not just to our guru,
Mhm.
not just to the Lord. It's just our senior, our teacher, our elder. Any special thing in Buddhist religion, we wanted to think about that thing to our senior, to our guru, to our leader, to
Uh,
our parent.
so that is really it's about deep gratitude. It's about recognizing what do you treasure, what do you value, and then not just how can I hold on to it, but how can I share it? How can
Yes.
I share? How
Yes.
can I share the most beautiful, precious, delicious, wonderful things that I have to the people who have helped me? How can I? So another thing that I think is really interesting is that he's holding this pole here, or it's tucked into his arm, and then
Right.
there's these heads on the there's these things on the pole. There's these heads that
Right.
what
Those
is that?
are, yes. We have a heads in his, what do you call, we have those are the weapon for Guru Rinpoche. As you can see right here, it's exactly same thing right here.
Aha, there it is. He's holding it on your statue as well.
So this is his weapon. If the Asura, the evil spirit, are destroying the human spirit, the good spirit is going to kill, because this has three heads which means he has a medicine Buddha right there.
Mm-hmm. The one on the bottom, the one that's red on the image.
Right, right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And then on the top, he has a peace Buddha. And then in the middle, he has a Buddha of the Asura. If he cannot communicate, those three Buddha can communicate with any kind of spirit.
Mm.
And he can maintain the peace by using that weapon with those three Buddhas.
Mm-hmm.
So if he cannot communicate, those three Buddhas are the one to communicate with
Uh-huh.
anything.
So they basically represent different paths to being able to different paths. There's the medicine path of health, right? Physical health.
Yes, yes.
And then the
Physical
top
health,
one, which is you said it's peace, and it looks
peace,
like
right?
it looks like a skull. But I know also from other Hindu and Buddhist art that the skull is also, I mean, it is about death and transition, but it's also about offering and giving one's life. And so I find that that's amazing that
True,
is
true.
also means peace, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
And the blue one is about the spiritual realm, or?
Yeah, the blue one is a spiritual, and he is also called the down one is a red Buddha, and the blue Buddha is the Buddha of friendly Buddha.
Okay, all right.
So
you have the kind, gentle, caring Buddha, but you also have a little bit of fierce because it's also a weapon. So it protects against evil.
right.
Yeah.
He is a Amitabha Buddha.
Mhm.
Amitabha means a friendly, who wanted to become a friend, then becoming enemy. He wanted to create the world of friendliness. Amitabha, the Buddha of Amitabha.
Right. And it's a balance, right? You need both. You need both. So, and
Right.
then at the very top, we have a moon over here, and is that a sun or a different moon?
Sun.
It's a
Sun
sun.
and moon. The white one is the moon, and the yellow one is the sun. In Buddhist and Hindu, we worship sun and moon as our god and goddess. So they are the one who witness about our good and bad deed in 24 hours. They are the one who witness about our good job, bad job, whatever we do in 24 hours. So those are the witness we kept in the sky as a surveillance to watch our good and bad deed in this planet.
Wow. Oh, so again, it's this reminder that the days and nights we circle around the sun every day, that time moves on, and that it's about being watched and protected by both the moon and the sun, right?
Yes, also, yes.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, this is it is a wonderful way to use a piece of art to focus your attention. It isn't, you don't worship the painting, the painting is a pathway. It's like a door to be able to focus your thoughts on
Absolutely.
On what is right, what is good, what is holy. Yeah.
Right.
It's very very, very beautiful, and a beautiful, beautiful tradition. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Kali.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're going to move on. I hope that you'll be able to stay after the service, Gyan, to be able to answer any questions that people might have. I'm sure people will want to talk to you.
Sure.
But we'll let's see, move on to the joys and concerns of the service. Let's see. And I will let Christine Linkie start, just tell,
So this
talk
is
about
our,
Jesus. Yes.
yeah, this is our time to share our joys and concerns. Whatever you're feeling today, put a few words in the chat box, and just a reminder that we don't respond to each other, that this is just our time to bear witness. And after the meditation music, I will give a brief summary of what we all shared. Thanks. In the chat box today, people shared for joys and concerns. A big thank you, a lot of gratitude to Gyan for sharing his faith and also helping us understand how to look at the paintings and understand their spirituality. So gratitude for Gyan. There's also gratitude for the winter and for each other. Some concerns that were mentioned first, Pat Lorai shared that his wife Nancy is healing from a broken collarbone, so he shared that with us. Also, people are concerned and feeling stressful over our political situation, feeling some isolation from that, but also hope, and hope that the inauguration will go well and hope for our country going forward. That is the main thing, the main things that came up today. So for all of those concerns that we all have that we either expressed or not expressed today in the chat box, we hold each other in our hearts.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you. And for our closing words, we have, here I'll bring up a beautiful altar from, it has several Thangkas on it that you can look at while we hear part of the same prayer to the Guru Rinpoche. It says, when armed aggressors and killers torment us, O Padmakara, please enclose us in a Vajratrent. Please protect us. When the deluded experience of those arise with suffering, O Padmakara, please cause the delusion to be self-liberated. When we go in the wrong direction, towards the cycle of karmic existence, O Padmakara, please lead us to the path of liberation. Through all the situations of this life, the next, and in the bardo, O Padmakara, we have no other hope than you. In brief, rest your lotus feet in the center of the hearts of those devoted to you and remain inseparable with us forever. Please purify the suffering of impurity and delusion and bless us to reach the fortress of everlasting blissfulness. And Liz Yount will lead extinguishing the chalices.
As we extinguish our chalices, we read the words from Amy Zucker Morgenstern, we are one. Never has it been more true than now. We extinguish this flame, but the sparks within us remain alight. From each of us, in our supposed solitude, the signals buzz and hum, sparkling through space, one to another, connecting us invisibly but palpably. We are one, and from every window, our light shines.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you. And we want to thank Hannah for her beautiful music for the musical meditation, and she's also offering us the postlude. And this is a time where if you have any announcements, you can type them right into the chat box. Yeah. just lovely. So looks like for announcements, Christine, are you want to handle were there any announcements in the chat box?
Sure, yes, there is one from Beth Cope reminding everyone that there's a young adult worship service tonight at 8 o'clock through the Young Adult Revival Network, and you can contact Beth for that. Her phone number is in the chat box. If you want that information, I'm going to say it out loud once in case anyone has difficulty seeing the chat box. It is 814-460-6179, or you could contact Beth. And the other thing that I should have mentioned, Dixie wanted everyone to know that what's in the chat box today will be shared with Reverend Christina so that she knows people's concerns.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for that reminder. So I am so grateful to Gyan for spending his morning with us. It is not simple to sum up a whole world religion and explain it, but he is so articulate, and you can feel his love and devotion for his faith, but also for humanity, and also for sharing his gifts with us is so palpable, and we are all so grateful. And we know we're only just scratching the surface. It's pretty hard. I always feel a little strange about asking someone to say, well, why don't you talk about your religion with us? But we only have 20 minutes. We know we're just scratching the surface. I really want to thank everybody who helped make this service possible. Of course, we have Christine and our musicians, James and Hannah and Christine, and our ushers. We have Clyde and Annette and Dixie that are helping all behind the scenes, making things run smoothly. And of course, you can find this service on YouTube. It will get posted sometime this next week. And we want to invite everybody to come back next week when our minister, Christina Church, will be speaking about the differences between loneliness and solitude. So now is the time where we'll go into the Zoom breakout rooms for social time with a small group of people. We ask that if you don't want to save for social time, then now is a good time for you to log off so we can make sure we have enough people in all of the breakout rooms. And when you're in a small group social time, it's good to let everybody check in, give everybody a chance to talk, kind of go around robin before you get into any one conversation. So everybody has a chance to greet everybody and tell folks how they're doing. So, all right. So again, Gyan, thank you so much. It was such an honor to have you with us this morning.
Wonderful.
Thank you everyone for your precious time having me. I'm so glad. It's my golden opportunity to share my idea, to share my few words to the very precious people. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly, for connecting with very great, very great people in Erie.
All right, Dixie, I'll let you organize the social breakout.